As much as people love searching for Easter eggs, they're keen of discovering secrets hidden in video games, be it a code, tips, hints, or even hacks. Whenever a new game is launched, before any gamer can reach out to them, some specific game developers try sneaking bonus content out of these games. Welcome to Trending 10. Today we're going to be counting down our picks for these 7 video game secrets that took forever to discover. If you're an Easter egg explorer and love Easter eggs, make sure to drop a like on today's video. As well, don't forget to turn on our post notifications so you never miss new content from Trending 10 when it goes live. Alright guys, let's get right into the secrets. Number 7. Bobble behind closed doors? In older days, gamers would hide secrets in their software, confidently hoping that they'd stay hidden. But as the world expanded, internet empowered human minds to reach up to such a level that enabled them to crack open any secret. Same goes for Tato's Bobble with 99 levels. The more levels a game has, the more secrets there are going to be to grab a hold of. There are definitely a lot of things that can happen in the game. You can encounter anything unexpected in that game, but people believed that it was all just random. But the random surprises occurring in the game were not just random bugs and glitches. Game developers discovered it almost a decade after the release of the game that the glitch was not random. When the ROM was thrown out after a decade, hackers actually found it to be rather complex. They discovered that the game was actually able to record all the actions of the player, keeping tons of information about how many bubbles you've blown and popped and how many times you've jumped. It determined the powers up that would appear on your screen. Who knew that this was happening the entire time? It wasn't until the late 90s that they found out what was behind the closed doors. Number 6. Legend of Zelda, Chris Houlihan Room. Developers have their own way to pay homage to the things they love or the things that inspired them by hiding little secrets in their video games. They often will leave Easter eggs to be discovered by the player, and when we take a look at the little story of the game Legend of Zelda, we do get a sense of how much the gamer wanted the Easter egg to be found out. In 1990, Nintendo Power Magazine held a contest in which readers were asked to share photos of them with Warmech, who was a notable enemy in Final Fantasy. The reward for the winner was in fact very unpredicted. The winner was promised their name would be announced in an upcoming NES game. The game actually turned out to be Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past in 1992, and that the winner was actually Chris Houlihan. However, it wasn't until the 2000s that the winner got his public recognition. His name was written on a plaque hidden in a secret room. Interestingly, the room was not only for a naming protocol. It was virtually impossible to access the room. It was designed as an error room, where you are assumed to enter the room to where the game can't figure out where you're supposed to be heading. It's a great place to go, as it's got a lot of money. When the secret was actually found out, many YouTubers actually made videos of ways to enter the room. Number 5. Doom 2, John Romero. Another Easter egg intentionally hidden by our game developer was actually located in Doom 2. Map 30, named as Icon of Sin, is the final map of the game. Explanation lies in killing the boss who appears at the end of the game. The boss must be killed by a rocket launcher to finish the level. Players actually have to shoot the inside of the hole of the monster's head with the rocket launcher, but the target that lies inside the hole is Romero's head. Although it's not virtually impossible to reach that room or look into it from the outside, but it could still be seen by using a cheat code that leads behind the face of the real boss. As a matter of fact, it actually takes at least 3 rockets to kill the head of the player when it's done. The sound is actually played with explosions and spawns at the end of the level. The head even roars in pain when being damaged. It actually did take quite a while for fans to discover the head of John Romero, lead designer of the series, is the boss's brain. This one is possibly the most awesome secret in this list. Once discovered, gamers all over the world found it hilarious and even empowered the ID software to earn some internet points, that being awesome. Number 4. Goldeneye 007. Looking back at our childhood, the game Goldeneye 007 has undoubtedly stood the test of time. Being a 1990s game, this game is definitely considered to be one of the best first-person shooting games of all time. Many of its secrets were actually figured out right after its release, but the game developer did actually give a little time on creating his Easter eggs for the game. A great thing about this game is that actually still some of the secrets have yet to be discovered. That sounds crazy, right? Especially since the game came out over 20 years ago, and it still has a few Easter eggs to be figured out by fans. One of the most obvious secrets of this game is actually that the references to every James Bond movie out there. It actually took gamers about 15 years to get their hands on this Easter egg. When the game was created, the company was actually tinkering around with the system emulator of the N64. And instead of removing it from the game, they partially disabled the mood with a patch. It's pretty amazing to say that the game contained a fully functional emulator with 10 playable games in it. Number 3. Final Fantasy IX Sidequest. Ultimania is a series of strategy guides including all kinds of exotic trusted video game guides in the world, including rundowns of every quest, items, interviews with developers, and a lot more. Final Fantasy IX actually got its part in Ultimania in Japan. In America, the guide existed was a paid advertisement for Square's Play Online services that enables you to enter any keyword on a website to get tips to do anything in the game. But the guide was so worn out that it let Nero's side family quest to go undiscovered for over a decade. Although solving the quest was a bit lengthy and burdensome, it required the player to go to the Tantalus hideout after you reach Disc 4. Once there, you have to meet with the members of the Nero family. And if you are to complete the qualification event first, you have to go back. The process continues for quite a while until you complete the quest. Talking about the quest, that also raises a question to what the reward might be. The game definitely didn't let people achieve what they expected after that much of a hidden, tiresome, laborious quest. The reward for the quest is actually a simple protect ring. Not a huge reward, right? But come on, we know that sometimes the journey is far better and fascinating than the destination. Number 2. Halo 3 Cutest Easter Egg. Video game developers love hiding Easter eggs in their games, and as much as we are keen to discover them, developers too wait with all their hearts for their secrets in game to be revealed. An American military science fiction media franchise created series, a video game with the well-known name of Halo. When the game actually came out, not many of us expected an Easter egg to be any different from an in-joke or weird object, a strange play mode, or a secret hidden room. But this time, the developer got a bit more creative while putting Easter eggs in their world. It actually turns out that if you load the game up on Christmas Day, then press and hold the thumbsticks down on the Xbox, you will discover a cute secret message hidden by Bungie coder for his wife. On the 25th of December, starting a single player level in Halo 3 will show you Happy Birthday Lauren in the loading screen's ring. And as much as the secret is sweet, it took over 7 years to be revealed to the social world. The video game company Bungie even hinted for this Easter egg be unveiled in at least 2 occasions, when many of the first video game secrets were already out. The cue for the secret message was actually first hinted at in 2012 mailsack by one of the Bungie employees, John Cable. The Easter egg was first documented after a YouTuber by the name of Lord Zed posted a video about it. You can even see the message every year on the 25th of December, or by changing your console's date to make it look like Christmas. Launching Halo 3 from the disc instead of the hard drive will give you even more time to see the message by taking a lot longer to load the mission. Number 1. Arkham Asylum. This game was an ultimate success after its release. The game managed to do what no other Batman game was capable of, making gamers feel like the actual Dark Knight. In 2011, the Rocksteady Studios included a secret message in the video game, but they definitely wanted us to find and hid in their game. We're talking about the secret room hidden in the first game, Arkham Asylum, which hinted towards the next game, Batman Arkham City. The room contained secret files that gave clues for the sequel of the game. This definitely proved the company was working on the sequel before the release of the first game. The game was a huge hit and thousands of gamers stuck their teeth into it with every bit of clues and hidden gems in the game. It wasn't an easy task as the developers took the time to create the secret room. The room was well hidden behind a destructible wall. The wall was quite difficult to discover at first as it was just as easily randable as any other graphic in the game, and there's no visual cue to present of how to actually destroy the wall. 6 months actually passed and no one was even able to discover the secret room. Then the PR team eventually gave up and called up the media to explain the way to get it done. Rocksteady Studio didn't let go of the sequence of hiding sequels in their games, as same thing happened in their second series, Arkham City. They once again did a great job hiding clues about their next game, Arkham Knight, in their second series of the Batman game that kept hidden for 3 years. Well guys, that is going to conclude our video of the 7 video game secrets that took forever to discover. If you guys love looking for Easter eggs in video games, make sure to drop a like on today's video. As well, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you never miss new videos from Trending Time when they go live on the channel. Alright guys, with that all said, I'll see you in the next video.